By now, we have all seen the Apple TV commercials belittling the Windows platform. At first I found them amusing and entertaining, but now they're becoming annoying. The reason is that Windows PCs are still and will always be the PC of the masses. There are many overpowering reasons why one should buy a Windows PC over an Apple. After 6 months of Apple's punching and jabbing, it seems as if Windows hasn't even gotten in the ring. That's why we created our latest analysis called Apples to Apples. No fancy marketing here, just the objective facts on the stark differences between Apple and Windows PCs. First, let's take a look at the prices of desktop PCs. Now that Apple is using Intel processors, price comparisons are a snap. If you think about it, there's really no difference in the hardware between a Mac and Windows PC. Apple's entry-level PC starts at $999. Configuring a similar Dell and Gateway, I was blown away at the difference. The Dell has the same processor, 4 times the memory, 90 gigabytes more hard drive space, a DVD burner, and a bigger screen. Same for the Gateway, except they give you a faster CPU. Oh, by the way, after all that, you still saved $100 versus the Apple. The entry-level Mac comes in at $999, but as you might guess, there are a wide variety of PCs that cost significantly less. We found this HP fully loaded, granted with a slower CPU, for less than half the price. If I'm scraping together money for my first PC, I'm thinking it has to be Windows. Or starting a small business, I would rather have 2 Windows PCs rather than 1 Mac. Lastly, let's take a look at notebooks. Apple has a $2,000 notebook, and we decided to take a Dell and a Gateway and configure them exactly the same way. Apples to apples. You can save anywhere from $800 to $1,100. Now we're talking about some serious dough. That's enough to buy the new 32-inch HD LCD flat panel TV I've had my eye on. Furthermore, on the entry level, the Windows PC is less than half the price of the entry-level Apple. So here's the big news. PCs are substantially cheaper than Macs. We're talking about major differences in price, which reminds me, I have a special proposal for Mac users out there. I have this bridge, and due to some unfortunate circumstances, I gotta get rid of this gold mine. But PCs are not just about the price of hardware. Software is the key to making the PC an incredibly customizable, powerful, and enabling device. We decided to take a look at the availability and variety of software at the Internet's largest store, Amazon.com. There are almost exactly 10 times as many Windows applications as Mac applications. That's one order of magnitude in astronomical terms. Looking across the entire spectrum of software categories at Amazon, from application development to entertainment to self-help to children's software, there really is no comparison. Aside from education, the biggest disparity is in business software. Windows has 20 times more software than the Mac. Here's a newsflash for Mac users. It's cool to make money. You should try it sometime.
Dude, are you a fucking idiot?
We also looked at free software by PC platform at cnetsdownload.com. Sorry, Mac users. Windows users enjoy tons more free software in all categories. If you like to play free games, the difference is the largest of all. But also check out the Developer Tools category. Next to no free developer tools for the Mac. More on this later. Whether you are a high-end user, budget conscious, or you just want free software, PCs have a larger variety of software with a richer set of differentiating features across a wider variety of price points. So not only are PCs less expensive, but we have a richer and more customized experience. There's really no comparison. Hey Mac users, when purchasing a bridge, the key thing to think about is all the money you can make off tolls. I have an Excel spreadsheet model I can send to you. If you were a software developer, to which platform would you write your precious code? Windows or a Mac? The platform that has the most and best development tools? Or perhaps a platform with 10 times the installed base worldwide? Let's take a look. IBM introduced the first video conferencing system for the PC in 1991. 4 years later, Macs caught up. Instant messaging fundamentally changed the way we communicate. The first PC version came in 1996, and 3 years later, Macs had one. Napster was the advent of P2P file sharing, which has turned the music industry on its ear. As usual, PC users were leading the pack on this format. Of course, PC users were burning and ripping first with a product called Winamp. Because of the vast difference in the relative size of the Mac and PC installed bases, developers are innovating for the PC first and the Mac second. To have a bridge named after you? Lastly, the business world has clearly adopted Windows as its de facto standard. All of the business world's applications are written in Windows, so they will not be switching anytime soon. So Mac users, when you guys finally get jobs, you will be learning Windows anyhow, and then maybe you'll take some of your work home with you. Apples to apples, PCs win hands down. The most economical, the most software, leading edge technology that is the de facto standard in the business world. Hey Mac users, don't you think the bridge is nice and shiny?